Good evening, students. Today in our class, we will start about the topic compound interest. Actually, in our 6th and 7th, we have learned about the simple interest, is it not? So, before going into the compound interest, let's have a quick recap of what we learned in simple interest and what is the difference between simple interest. First, what is interest? Interest is extra money paid by banks or post office or from any people when you borrow. That is called interest. In case if you deposit, if you give the money to the bank or to the post office, when they use that money for others, those who need when they give, that interest what they are collecting, a little amount they will be giving to you. So that is also called interest. In that interest, we have two types of interest. One is simple interest, another one is compound interest, which we are going to learn now. Simple interest, you know the formula, principal into rate of interest R into T, time, divided by 100. We say it as PRT by 100. P is principal, R is rate, T is time, and amount is equal to principal plus interest. Okay. So now we are going to learn in our class compound interest, which we shortly call it as CI. Now what is the difference between compound interest and simple interest? Simple interest, in simple interest, like in post office, in bank, the borrower and the lender, that is who is receiving money and giving money, we call it as receiving money is borrower, who is giving money we call it as lender. They both agree to fix certain unit of time, like 1 year, half year, or 1.5 years, like that, to settle the amount. So what they do, this interest what they calculated, so they give, while giving, borrowed money, which we call it as principal, plus interest, they add together and they will give. This we call it as simple interest. But while doing the compound interest, what will happen? Every year in compound interest, every year, after every term, interest is added to principal, then that new amount will become principal for the next year. So here principal changes every year. So when the principal changes every year, because every year we calculate interest, add with the principal, so the second year you will get principal plus interest. So for that you calculate interest. Then at the end of second year, whatever interest we got, again we add with the principal. So third year our principal changes. So the principal keeps changing every year. So for certain specific time. So this type of interest what we calculate it as compound interest, which we call it as CI. This compound interest, for you know now no derivation of the formula. So just I am going to give you the formula. The formula to find the compound interest, we start with the amount. Amount formula is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N. where P is principal, R is rate of interest, N is number of time. So using this amount, we can find the interest. What is this interest? Compound interest as amount minus principal. So this is the formula for the compound interest. Amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N, where compound interest is the amount after you find, you subtract from the principal, that will be the compound interest. So using the compound interest, there are some, it's not only about calculating the money, there are some applications also we are going to do. So what are that applications? That is in day-to-day life, what and all we are going to do? We are find increase or decrease in population. To calculate increase or decrease in population. This is one. Then second is this growth of bacteria. In scientific, in calculation, bacteria in the lab and all they will find. In growth of bacteria, if the rate of growth is low. Then the third is, we say valuation. Valuation is valuation of a article. If price increase or decrease. If price increases or decreases. We use this. So application of compound interest, when and all we will use this compound interest formula, whether increase or decrease in population, our census way. Then growth of bacteria in the lab. See, for the curds and all the bacteria, when you keep the curd in a pot of milk, the next day the whole milk turns into the curd because of the bacteria developed. So how many bacteria, how fast it is developing, that we can find. Then valuation of an article, to find the price increase or decrease. The car values, if you take, it will keep increasing, is it not? So but when you start using it, it has depreciating value. So we find the value of article if price increases or decreases. So now let us start doing few problems based on the compound interest. Now while doing few problems in this compound interest, the points to remember. So first we will understand what and all you have to remember while doing the compound interest formula sums. First, we should remember about the time period. What we mean by time period? When we add interest, we say when interest is added, when interest is added each time to form a new principal is called conversion period. Then we have to remember, see, there are few sums in our question. They say in compounded annually, half yearly, quarterly, like that. So we say if they have a word compounded, half yearly, if they say compounded half yearly, our time period becomes twice, because annual means 1 year, 12 months. If it is half yearly means what? 6 months are there. So time period becomes twice. And if they say quarterly, time period becomes 4 times. Because in a year we have 4 quarters. So in quarterly means time period becomes 4 times. Similarly, what happens? In we say half yearly, the rate also becomes half the rate, and here rate becomes 1/4 of the rate of interest what they give. So for half yearly, time period becomes twice, rate becomes half. For quarterly, time period becomes 4 times, rate also will become 1/4 of the time. So in case if they have not mentioned half yearly or quarterly, it is understood as annually. Okay, so these are the points to remember. Now let us start doing the sum from our exercise 8.3. In our exercise 8.3, they have given a sum. Calculate the amount and compound interest on 10,800 for 3 years at 12.5% per annum compounded annually. So in this first main, we have 6 subdivisions. So they have given the principal, years, time and the rate of percent, and they have given few sums does have annual interest, some have half yearly. Okay, so we have to remember what the points to remember we did now, and used that we have to do the sum. So let us start with the first sum now. Calculate the amount and compound interest on 10,800 for 3 years at 12.5% per annum compounded annually. They have given 10,800 rupees. So our principal is 10,800. 3 years, time is 3 years. Rate of percentage 12.5%, R is 12.5. Compounded annually. Annually means what? Per year. So the sum we will start by doing, first we write what is P, what is R, A and all. First we write. So here principal is 10,800. Time is 3 years. Rate is 12.5%. So this information they have given, and also they have given compounded annually. So using the compound interest, what is that amount formula we have first? We have to find the amount. Amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N. Now we will substitute based on this question. What is our P? Principal is 10,800. 1 plus, here rate of interest 12 1 by 2. 2 12s are 24. 24 plus 1 by 2 we can write as 25 by 2%. Is it not? So this I am going to write 25 by 2, and denominator already we have 100 to the power of N. N is how many years? 3 years. So this 3 we write as it is because it is compounded annually. Now let us simplify this. This will become 10,800. 25 will go in 100 4 times. So we have 1 plus 1 by 8 to the power of 3. 1 plus 1 by 8. We can take LCM. Now I'll do in rough part and show you. 1 plus 1 by 8 can be written as 1 by 1 plus 1 by 8. Where you can take 8 as LCM. So that this will become 8 plus 1, 9 by 8. So now I am going to write 10,800 into this 1 plus 1 by 8, we got it as 9 by 8 to the power of 3. 9 by 8 to the power of 3 means what? I have to multiply 9 by 8 3 times. So I am writing 10,800 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8. Now let us simplify. How can we simplify now? If you take 8 table, 8 ones are 8, 2, 28. 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, 8 threes are 24. 3, remainder 4, 40, 1350. Now 1350 and 8, no. We can simplify in 2 table. 2 will go 4 times. This will go 2 6 are 12. Remainder 1 15. 2 7s are 14. 675. So we have now 675 multiplied by 9 into 9 divided by 4 into 8. So this we have to multiply. So when we multiply this, you can multiply in your rough column of your notebook. 675 into 9, how much? Multiplied by 9, multiplied by 9. So when I multiply, I get the answer to be 492075 divided by 4 8s are 32. So when I divide this, I'll get the quotient as rupees 15,377.34. So I got my amount to be 15,377.34. But what should I find? Interest I have to find. Calculate. The question is calculate the amount and compound interest. So now I have found amount is equal to 15,377.34. Already we have principal in the question. It is given as 10,800. Therefore, what is our interest? Interest is amount minus principal. So when we subtract this, we get 13. This will become 4. 13 minus 8, 5, and I have 4,577.34. So using the formula, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n. We are finding the amount value. Then we have to find the compound interest. We know compound interest formula is amount minus principal. So what we found the amount, we substitute. Principal is given in the question. We subtract each other and get the value of 4,577.34. Now let us do the P sum. 18,000 principal for 2.5 years at 10% per annum compounded annually. So according to this question, what is given? Principal is 18,000. Time is 2.5 year. This 2.5 we can write as 5 by 2 year. Then rate of interest is given as 10%. Now, how we are going to do this sum? 5 by 2, I can split it as here. This 2.5 years, 2 years, 6 months. That is 2 years, half month. 2.5, 2 year and half a year, which is 6 months. So I will write it as 2 years and then half a year. So now we find 2 years separately, half a year separately. That is, we will do now like amount is equal to principal into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n. But this n is 2.5 year, where n we cannot take it in decimal. So we will split P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of 2 year first, plus 1 plus R by 100 to the power of half year. Half year means what happens? No, half is for 1 year, one part, where I will do R by 2 by 100. Do you remember when we said for half yearly, we have to cut it into rate of interest to the half. So here half yearly, how many half yearly is there? Only one half yearly. That is why here we take it as 1. So we substitute now 18,000 into 1 plus R. R is here 10 by 100 to the power of 2 plus, sorry, you have to multiply, into 1 plus R by 2. R by 2 now it will become 5. 10 by 2, 5 divided by 100 to the power of 1. Why we are calculating this? Because 2.5 years we split into 2 years into half year. So for 2 years we use the formula In half a year means it is half yearly. You know, by half yearly means we have to make the rate of interest to be by 2. And in half year only one half yearly is there. That is why it is becoming power 1. Now based on the question, when we substitute, we get 18,000 1 plus 1 by 10 to the power of 2. 10 by 100 will become 10 will go in 100 10 times. Multiplied by 1 plus 5 by 100. 5 by 100 will become 1 by 20 to the power of 1. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 0. So this when we simplify 18,000, 1 plus 1 by 10, when we take LCM 10, no. 10 plus 1, 11 by 10 into 11 by 10, because it is power 2. It is multiplied 2 times. Here 1 plus 1 by 20 will become LCM 21 by 20. Here only one time because it is power 1. Now you can see 1, 2, 3 zeros get cancelled with 3 zeros. Now 2 will go in 18 9 times. So I have 9 into 11 into 11 into 21. So when we multiply, 11 11s are 121, 121 9s are, and then multiplied by 21, we get final answer to be rupees 22,869. This is amount, but we have to find interest. Therefore, compound interest is amount minus principal. What is the amount for us? Amount we got it now, 22,869 minus principal is 18,000. When we subtract, we get 4,869 rupees. Okay. So here in this sum, I'll repeat for you because there may be a bit of confusion. It is given for you 2.5 year. 2.5 year, we split it into 2.5 year is split into 2 year and half year. 2 year and half year. 2 plus 1 by 2. So this 2 year we are doing it for the compound interest. For the half year, for the same principle, we know for half year means our rate of interest should become 2 by 2 half of that into 1 because half a year only 1 half yearly. So when we simplify, we get 1 plus 1 by 10. So I will work out and show you here. 1 plus 1 by 10 can be written as 1 by 1 plus 1 by 10, which we take the LCM 10. So we have 10 plus 1, 11 by 10. That is why this 1 plus 1 by 10, we got it as 11 by 10 and here power 2. So it is multiplied 2 times. Similarly, 1 plus 1 by 20, LCM is 20. So this is 1 by 1. So it will become 20 plus 1, 21 by 10. That is what we got it here, 21 by 10. And we do the simplification and we get the answer. So in today's class, we have done one sum based on annually with years. One complete 3 years, another one with 2.5 years, 1 2 year and half yearly. So please practice this. These two sums based on this only you will get it for your coming Sunday's test. Practice this and we continue in our next video from question number C.